Okay, hello everyone. It's Rachel. Welcome to my page. Hopefully in a moment Sarah can rejoin me. For some reason my connection sucks. It absolutely sucks today. There's Sarah. So hopefully I can bring Sarah back on. Hi.
Hi.
Is that it? Any better?
It's like perfect now.
I'm like, okay, I'll just go downstairs and maybe that will be better.
It's much happier.
Yes. Yesterday I was doing a live and it was not happy either. I don't know why. It just it's cutting off my head, but whatever. I feel like gods are like not in my sphere these days. Anyways, so hi everyone. I'm so excited to have this little conversation with Sarah. Sarah is, some of you know, Dr. Sarah Druckman is the owner of the Alpharetta Wellness Collective. She is, I don't actually know by personal experience, but I've heard from a lot of people. She is an incredible chiropractor. One of these days, Sarah, actually, I do need to come in and let you adjust me. That would be amazing.
Maybe tomorrow.
Yeah, maybe tomorrow. Maybe in an hour. No, I'm just kidding. I can't. I've got too much today. But Sarah's also in the somatic coach certification. So Sarah's not just a doctor of the bones, right, Sarah? But she is actually brilliant when it comes to helping people navigate through the body, emotional and physical now circumstances. I hate calling them problems. I don't know why. I just don't like to call things problems. I like to call them situations. Anyways, so I'm excited to be able to chat with Sarah, to be able to have her tell you a little bit about her journey, where she was at when we started, where she's at now, what she's up to, what she's going to be offering to the world very soon, right, Sarah?
Mm-hmm.
And that way, anybody who's in my audience who may feel connected with Sarah can be like, oh my God, I need Sarah in my life. Or if you're considering joining the next round of the somatic coach certification, I clearly can't talk today. This might be your like, oh, okay, that is exactly what I'm looking for. So Sarah, tell them a little bit, if you don't mind first, tell them a little bit about where you are at and kind of when we started and where you kind of have landed yourself now.
So I started with Rachel in January of 2022. So a year and a half ago now. And I had some like life events happen at the end of January, and we're not going to go into any details on that. But I asked the universe for some big changes in my life and what I wanted to do, what direction I wanted to be going in, and he delivered. Or he, she, they, it. The universe said, okay, girl, you want to make some changes and you want to do coaching and you are diving deep into yourself and your shadows and all the things. Here you go. Good luck.
I will serve it on a platter to you, but it's not going to be as pretty as you might want.
Here's a big shit sandwich. Eat it.
I love it. Here's a shit sandwich. Yum, yum. Oh, so gross.
So it's really funny because I had joined Rachel. I'd been wanting to get into coaching. I'd hired other coaches in chiropractic and relationships, and I wanted to get a certification. I wanted to do coaching, and I had hired Rachel, and then I got served a big, huge shit sandwich in the middle of my, not even in the middle, in the beginning of my coaching program with her. It was the Live Your Dharma coaching certification. And I mean, like, thank God I was in that container at that time. I feel like it was exactly where I needed to be. You know, it was exactly where I needed to be. And I did so much work on myself and with others in this group. It was amazing. And I, you know, even though it was a big shit sandwich, like I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Like, okay, maybe it was a shit sandwich with sugar on it. There's some honey, organic, raw, vegan, local honey. It's not vegan though, but yeah, it was a blessing. It was a huge blessing for my life and my journey and where I'm at now. And here we are a year and a half later, and I am in her somatic coaching certification, which is awesome. I really love it. I love learning. I've done therapy. I've worked with therapists and coaches, and I really love the somatic work. And it's funny, Rachel introduced me as a bone doctor, which is partially true, and that's how most people think of chiropractors. But we're actually doctors of the
I
nervous
was
system.
about to say that, actually, Sarah. I'm like, actually, after I said that, I'm like, actually, you're really nervous system doctors, which
We
is so
are
perfect
nervous.
with somatics, because
Yeah.
that's really what somatics, it's just a different approach to helping the nervous system.
Well, and the tools I'm learning within this program, integrated, I'm a yoga teacher, chiropractor. So the tools I'm learning within this program, it's helping me to really get more confident in, especially in a virtual sense, working with my clients on a somatic level and on a nervous system level. Like, how can I help support your nervous system to make changes? So
Yeah.
So that's where I'm at right now.
Yeah. Yeah. And so, I think what is so interesting, Sarah, is you're not the only one. I think you probably know that by now, but that we decide, oh, I want to go in this direction with something maybe new, or it's like not totally new, but it's like a slightly different, like I like to say, off branch. And then it's God, universe, whatever, gives us like a situation where we have to now practice what we are being taught. Yeah, it's a shit sandwich with the honey on top, of course. Because it's like almost like as much as, of course, we don't want the shit sandwich, the shit sandwich is giving us an opportunity to practice everything that we're learning.
And I've learned, I'm 40 something. A lady does not share her age on the internet. But
well, I'm very proud of my age.
I'm barely 40. But anyway, in all seriousness, I have to get messages and lessons sometimes pretty loud before I listen. I'm working on that, like 100%. I don't really want any more loud lessons. I'm pretty good. I'd like some like gentle whispers and to be like, oh, I hear you, and then make the change and do what I need to do. But yeah, sometimes I do really need loud lessons. So there's nothing wrong with that, Sometimes things come in softly and gently, and sometimes they come in a little like a freight train.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I mean, I think they're coming at us, and sometimes, unfortunately, the quieter ones, the nudges, I call them, we don't hear. They are coming, but our society, I think, has gotten so accustomed to the loud ones, the ones that like come exploding at us. And that is part of our work, is to hear all of the nudges, and then to learn which one of them in our body, right, land as, oh, wait, I need to look at this, right? And which ones are like, nah. Because I don't think we have to listen to all of them, right? And like you said, some are going to be quieter and some are louder. And that's just life. That's life.
Yeah, I think with the training that we're doing in the somatic coaching, learning to feel things in your body you're going to feel it in your nervous system immediately. Typically, you feel things right away. Your body feels it before your brain can compute it and you can comprehend it. And the more training you have and understanding of the nervous system and how it works, you can hear everything. You know what's going on, right? Whether you know in your brain, or you know in your heart, or you know in your body, and the more you learn, and the more you do, and the more you practice, the more you can integrate those messages and decide, how what to do with those messages, where to take them.
Absolutely. It's really, I always say, learning to really listen to your body, which so many people, and I was one of them for a really long time, so no judgment, right? And it's still a practice, but learning to listen to your body is really I believe, what helps us learn to become responders versus reactors. Mm-hmm. And that is, because when you can learn to respond versus react, that sense of control that, let's just be honest, we all want, you get so much more of it, right? You aren't in control in so many ways, right? Like life, but what we can always control is how we respond. And most of us, because of what we have coming at us constantly into our nervous system, and we have not learned to train ourselves to listen, like you just described so beautifully, Sarah. We're just reacting. And hey, I'm guilty. I still react sometimes too, but the more we learn to train that part of ourselves and tune into it, just the more we're able to take the pause, right? The pause is like, I know we talk about it a lot in yoga too, but it really is where so much of the magic of this world is. It's so much where we are more in control, I don't think control, but directing our life versus it directing us.
Yeah, and I think if you, like you said, we talk about this in yoga and we talk about it in coaching, leaning into the pause and taking the pause before you react or before you make a decision or before you speak. And you're so much more able to tap into the pause and find space and create space if you're coming at it from a more parasympathetic state. If your nervous system is calm, if you're regulated, if you're grounded, right? You're not in sympathetic fight or flight mode. So if you're in fight or flight and you're in overdrive, of course, the options are fight, flight, or freeze.
Yeah.
And, you know, that's not where we want to come from as adults making decisions with our friends, family, loved ones, coworkers, the guy next to us in traffic. We don't want to come at it angry and reactive. We want to find the space and tap into our bodies and pause before we make decisions.
Yeah.
So that's the big thing about the somatic work, is that it really teaches you how to notice that and tap into your body.
Yeah. Yeah, I love that. And I love that part of what's digested for you too. So Sarah, tell them, like, what inspired a chiropractor into the coaching world?
Yeah, so I love chiropractic. I have a really awesome practice. Like, I'm super proud of my practice, and I work with horses and dogs and animals, and I feel like that's God's work, right? Like, I'm helping creatures of all sorts, and I get a lot of joy out of that. The biggest thing truly for me is I do feel a little bit limited as a chiropractor. I have a brick and mortar, every community and my brick and mortar, where I can drive out and see a horse. And I want to be able to offer my services to the world, really. I don't want to be limited to my physical body as much, and as well as geographically. And also, I coach all day, every day. I've been coaching with my patients and my clients. Like, I coach all day, every day, right? So, and I love that aspect. I mean, that's such a huge part of my business. And everyone's like, they call me their therapist, right? I'm not their therapist. I'm definitely not a professional therapist, but I absolutely, I coach all day, every day with my clients. So to be able to bring this work to others via the internet, right, and not have limitations of matter is awesome. Also, like, I live in this house now that I absolutely love. Like, I love my home, and to be at home and to share in my space and in my energy and share that with others. Oh, it's amazing to me.
Oh my God, I love that. I absolutely love it. I love that, you have this ability to help people heal in so many different ways, and that you have a desire to spread it, right? That's God's work. I would agree. And so Sarah, tell them a little bit about what your look like. What is it that you're going to be offering to the world?
I swear that's kind of the hardest part
for so many people.
And totally the hardest part. So I tag my little Instagram as the Stress Less Doctor, and I'm really inspired and passionate about helping others to reduce stress and burnout in their life. Coming from someone who has been completely stressed and burnout, I totally know what it's like to just not have anything else to give, right? And I also practiced a lot of functional medicine in the beginning of my practice, and we're running labs again through my office, and I work with a supplement company. So it's, I want to bring all those loves together, right? Life coach, yoga teacher, nutrition, nervous system work, chiropractic work, bring that all together to help others reduce stress and burnout, build their dream life. You know, a lot of people are really stuck in their lives and what they're doing and don't. I was pretty damn stuck at one point too, right? And finding a way to find balance and make changes in your life that suits you better for your passions and what you really want to be spending your time and energy on, and feel amazing while you do it. So that's the direction I'm going in. I am working on creating like a signature course that we're going to offer. It'll probably be a hybrid that has some one-on-one coaching calls as well as group coaching calls. But that's the direction we're going in.
I love it. And any future dates in mind of when it's going to be out
when I'm going
to the world?
Launch.
Yes. I was going to use the word. It freaks a lot of people out. So I thought, oh, I won't use it.
Well, it's really interesting, right? I'm kind of hard on myself in a way, because when I built my chiropractic business, I started it with like literally $0 right out of school, and I worked my butt off, and I just freaking went nonstop. And I'm really successful. It worked. Mm-hmm. It's great. I have a beautiful business and I'm really proud of it, and it's growing and building. But it was really, really, really hard on me, like emotionally, physically, mentally, all of the above. So with my coaching business, I am leaning into launching it and doing it with more ease and listening to my body and my mind. And I don't have a fire up my ass. Nope. Like I did with chiropractic, right? Because I'm not in survival mode.
Sure.
I'm not creating this business out of survival mode. I created my other business out of survival mode. So it's a totally different thing. That said, I'm currently designing a website with someone, and I'm leaving for Europe in a couple weeks. And I'm getting this website shit. I'm getting everything to her and putting the ball in her court before I go to Europe. And I really think I'm going to launch in the fall. I'm a fall girl. My birthday's in August. I'm going to Europe. I love the summer. I'm going to be like swimming and surfing. And my entire life, I am like a schoolgirl, right? Like I get out for summer and I have fun.
I love it.
Fall hits, and I'm like, let's effing go, right? So I'm going to be doing some like gentle launching and I'll probably do some one-on-ones, but truly fall's my season.
If someone's listening right now, though, and is like, I think I could benefit from Sarah. And by the way, Sarah is fucking hilarious. On our calls between Sarah, Allie, I don't know which one, sometimes the two of you together, I literally have peed in my pants, I think, a few times. So we have a lot of fun, too. But if someone's listening and they're like, I want some, and maybe, a few sessions, just get started a little bit, like, how should they reach out to you through Instagram right now?
Yeah, and I'm totally offering, and this is like very limited time, but I am doing some one-on-ones complimentary, because I'm building testimonials for my website, and I'm not incredibly tech savvy, so I'm really trying to get my tech down, and I'm just excited. I'm excited to work with people. I'm so excited, like I'm ready to go, right? So you can reach out, you can DM me, hit me up, slide into my DMs.
I love it. And so if you're listening right now and you're like, I need some Sarah in my life, you need to hit her up, grab one of those free sessions. Trust me, it will be, I mean, it's free, but I was gonna say it's worth every cent plus a million times more since it's free. But yeah, I tell all my, especially the ones that come in that are on the newer side, do free sessions because I mean, if you're listening right now and you're a coach, the only way to truly build your skill is by practicing it.
Mm-hmm.
And so, what better way than, the person knows, I might be a little bit newer, so it might be fumbly a little bit. We all fumble in the beginning, let's be real. But it is really, you just got to bite the bullet and do it. Um, Sarah, if it's been your favorite part so far, we're not done yet,
You
by
cut
the
out
way, guys.
a little bit. You say favorite part
Yeah, the
in
journey so far. Yeah, working
like my
together,
coaching
the
with
coaching.
you,
Yeah, yeah.
us together.
Mm-hmm.
I I I love all the content. Like I love the calls, I love the group, but I really nerd out on the content.
Mm. Ooh, I love that. That's so good for me to know because I nerd out on the content and sometimes I wonder, like, I have a bunch more I'm going to be adding newer stuff. And I'm always like, am I giving them, like, is it overload? But I like to hear that.
I love that, and also like sorry, I can't speak either. Each week with the somatic calls, we always start with grounding down and tapping into our bodies and calming our nervous system. And I feel like you have so many different techniques that you bring. I learn something new every week, and I've been practicing yoga for I don't know 6, 7 years now, like consistently. I started like when I was a teenager, but I I I love that aspect of it too. Like I'm learn every week. I don't know what I'm gonna get, and it's always something new. And I think you're like a genius at that. So
Thank you. Yeah, I have 25 years living in my mind and my body that I'm like, throw it up onto you guys. And yeah, so thank you. I do appreciate that. Um, yeah. And Sarah, tell those out there that are like listening, a little bit about for you, like, I know you said people that are working with stress and burnout. Is there someone, if they're listening, where they would know that's me? Like, is it chiropractors or is it really just anyone? Or is there someone like you're like, like obviously, I just want to say this first. The people that go through my certification, they can help anyone with anything. So
right.
I don't want anyone listening to be like, oh, I don't fit in that. No, 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 no. If you like Sarah and you want some, one-on-one coaching, this is kind of the direction you want to go and you should 100% reach out. But I always tell my clients too that if there is in their heart and soul, and I usually say we are our first client, but if there is, someone that's like, oh, that would be a dream, I also want them to know that they're a dream client for you.
Right. I mean, I love entrepreneurs. I love business owners. A lot of other doctors and business owners reach out to me because I have built a successful business from nothing. And I do understand exactly what it's like to go through that process. Like someone recently called me the other day. He started his own flooring company, friend of a friend, and he was asking me about it. And I've been there, right? I've been there. So I love entrepreneurs. I've created my dream practice, and this is my dream, what I'm doing. And I'm like at the top of them. I'm like, oh my God, I made it. This is my dream. But now my dream's evolving and shifting and changing. And I think if you want to make changes and you feel like you don't know how or where, or, what that process looks like, I think I can be really helpful with that. So I love entrepreneurs and people trying to make changes in their lives. I changed careers when I was 28. I went back to school. I had a fashion degree and I had a fashion business, and then I made a complete change. I'm not afraid of change. A lot of people are afraid of change. So I feel like I can be a really good mentor through that. But it's not only limited to, I love business owners, but it's not at all limited to business owners. And then something unique that I can offer that a lot of coaches don't necessarily offer is we can actually do lab work. I can check your adrenal glands and your
Love
cortisol
that.
response and your hormones, and I can actually look at your body and what it is, where you are at. You may feel like crap and have no idea why, and I can actually like recommend, you know, diet, nutrition, lifestyle, supplementation to help with it as well. So
Love,
you are getting some
love that.
component besides just the coaching component.
And they can do that with you, Sarah, even if they're not local?
Yeah, yeah, we can order labs in, I think, every state except for maybe New York.
Good to know. All right. So if you're listening and you really, I mean, really, Sarah does have that whole holistic, like, I mean, I'm just thinking like all of it covered. You definitely want to reach out. Can't say that enough times. She's awesome. Anything, Sarah, that you would want people to know that might be considering, you know, the next round starts in August. Haven't actually officially opened the doors yet, but going to be opening them soon. Anything you would want people to know that might be listening?
I mean, if you're like on the fence or you've been considering it, like there's a reason why you're on this live and you're listening. I say go for it. It's so easy to talk ourselves out of things and to not commit and to not you know, it's the unknown, it's money, it's time, blah blah blah. Like
every excuse in the book, right?
I literally joined a $20,000 coaching program on a whim. It may or may not have been the best decision or the worst. I don't know yet. But that's a huge commitment. But I don't regret things, and I think that if you're like, oh my gosh, this is speaking me, just do it. Just go. And I can't be on every single call always. I can't do all, I'm hard on myself about showing up. Like I want to show up. I want to be prepared. I want to have my notes down. I want to be on every call. Like I want to be the best and I want to be there and show up. Right. And life gets in the way. Also, I have a really busy business. I'm about to travel. So one day I had personal stuff going on, and it's okay. And
okay.
The nice thing is you have this group and you have Rachel and you have people to support you, and you're going to get so much out of it, and you don't have to be perfect. There's no expectations. You show up and do as much as you can do, and I promise you, you're going to get your investment out of it and then some.
I love that. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Just kidding.
Yes. Yeah,
Totally
I love
kidding.
that. And it's so true, right? You will arrives at a different place and gets what they need, and everything's recorded, everything is saved in a portal. So yeah, life gets, I mean, hey, we all have a life, and life sometimes does interfere with maybe a call, and that's okay. Who fucking cares?
And I've taken risks financially. I took a lot of risks in my business last fall, and even right now I'm just living my life. I'm living my best life over here, and it's an investment in your future.
Yeah.
It's an investment in yourself. I mean, these skills and tools that you learn are not only going to help make you a better person and be more successful and be happier and more, and understand your body and your nervous system and your brain and your heart and soul more deeply, but you are also going to be able to help others. So it's an investment, and even if it's challenging for you maybe to make that commitment, it's worth every penny, and it's going to work out.
Yeah, it is an investment for you personally, as Sarah said, because you go on the journey, right? And like she said, I mean, I don't know about anyone else if you're listening, I do believe it is. I love how you said that, it's God's work.
Yeah.
I mean, we're put on this planet, I believe, to serve. So in what ways, if this is calling to you, this just might be your soul's mission, your soul's purpose, your dharma. That's what it used to be. That was the old name. Yeah. It was a little bit of a different program back then, but we incorporate a lot more of the body now because I have a true love for it. Obviously 20 years of yoga included. So Anyways, thank you so much, Sarah. Thank you so much for sharing your journey so far and talking a little bit about, everything that you have learned in the program and sharing a little bit about what you're up to. And I'm just so excited for people to get to know you, people to connect with you. And I am so excited for those people that take you up on that free session. Like they
Yeah, me
literally,
too.
literally, you just won the lottery. Like no joke. So if you're listening, you should DM Sarah right now. And yeah, do it.
Slide into my DMs.
Slide into her DMs. And if you're listening and you do somatics into your work or coaching is what you feel like is your next step, 100% reach out to me. I would love to have a conversation with you and see if this is a good fit. All right, everyone. Have a wonderful Thursday and a good weekend ahead. See you soon. Thanks,
Thank
Sarah.
you. Bye.